Kevin remembers 9/11. This is it. When 9/11 hit, it was something else. I mean, I'll take you through the moments. I was just waking up, and I'm watching the news, and I'm like, that was interesting. Is that a movie? Or is this the news? I thought they were showing a clip of a movie. But it was actually a plane hitting a building. And it was real. And as they were talking about that, the other plane had hit. Then it went from that to we're under attack. Now, for me, I live in two different worlds, basically. I live in the predominantly white suburban area. And then my family lived in the city of Chicago, the inner city south side. So I had two intakes on how it was. When I first heard it in the rich, predominantly white suburb that I was staying in, it was total panic. People went to Jules Osco. I mean, I've never seen this many old people out in the middle of the day in my life. They flooded the stores, buying every canned good they could find. They were grabbing it. Can from here, can from there. They were grabbing. I'm like, I walked in there like, what is going on? And the people knew, the customers, I mean, the people that was ringing them up, they just like, we're just going to keep ringing them up. We making a lot of money today. Canned Good City. So I get to the city, and I'm on the south side, and it was entirely different. It was, walked in the door, somebody like, can you run me to the store? I want to play these numbers. Like, oh, hey, what you doing over here? I'm like, did y'all see the planes at the building? Yeah, we saw that earlier today. That was crazy, wasn't it? Yeah, that's wild, man. Yeah, man. No, it was two planes? Yeah, I think that 2 planes or something that hit some buildings over there. I think in New York. Yeah. That was today. That was earlier. Yeah, man. So what you doing today, man? What you on? Totally different responses. It was almost non-existent in the urban community, but in the predominantly suburban white areas, it was complete chaos, panic. So, remember those who lost their lives. Remember 9/11, because people did lose their lives. Now, people wanted me to do a remembrance of 9/11 and do this. I wouldn't be able to do it without saying that we, as people, as Americans, we chose to omit facts. Yes. So, I just do a little simple melody. Kevin, he remembers 9/11, where I found out that a 747 can fit inside of a building without no problems of wings being broken off, even though dynamics and aerodynamics tell us impossible for a 747 to fit into that building. So that must not have been a 747. But if it was a 747, why they telling us it's a 747? Why they saying these passengers was on a 747 that fit inside that building so perfectly, when we know the wingspan is way bigger than that. It don't make sense, but they keep telling us this. But I remember 9/11. Now maybe that can go over a little softer, you know. Why do people omit that simple fact? They just gloss over, who cares? It's a very significant fact. If there was a 747, which is documented, you're saying all these people was on a 747 that went into this building, how could a 747 fit into that building without its wings breaking on the sides of it? Because a 747 wingspan, and you can go check it, go look at the aerodynamics of a 747, look at the specs of the aerodynamic of one of the trade tower buildings, and say, well, how? That's impossible. It couldn't have fit. No way you could cook it up. Was it gonna fit? Unless it came in sideways like this. Could it go in? And we know it didn't do that. So it must not have been a 747. But yet they tell us it's a 747. I'm just saying. And then I must go on, 'cause I remember 9/11. This is Kevin remembering 9/11. Then the Pentagon had this photo of this little bomb that looked like it was shot on a beta. And this is supposed to be our security of the United States. The most sophisticated security force in this nation. Don't have any high-tech data. They didn't even have 2G. We get this little bit of explosion. Was just the only thing that's captured on this little VHS film. And then we're looking around like, what is up with them? And that is that happened on 9/11. And we omitted that the planes in this just didn't make facts. I don't understand where they get this up, but I don't know what else. I can't say nothing else because I'm just saying these are questions no one is answering. A little bomb did that much damage to the Pentagon? And put that big dent and explosion and all this stuff in it? And they said a plane hit it? And you got this little film and it's looked like it was filmed on a VHS tape? I remember 9/11 for the people, the innocent people in those buildings that went crumbling down, the fire department, those people who were looked at basically as collateral damage. I remember 9/11 for these reasons. Something didn't smell right. Something didn't turn out right. The next day in the newspaper, you got a plane headed towards a building which was doctored. Was not, the photograph never appeared anywhere else on any television. No stands. It was a perfect plane going into a building. So tragic that they would take that type of approach. Then, as soon as you turn the paper again, so like a wanted picture of Osama bin Laden, America's #1 terrorist. The very next day, then the next paper comes out. The jets are firing up, and we're going to get them. Then it's fly the flag. Next thing you know, we're fighting Saddam Hussein, and we're killing his sons, and we're trying to kill him. Well, we're capturing him, we're killing his sons. And I'm like, I thought they said Osama bin Laden was responsible for the... What are we doing killing their sons, and what's happening over here? Why are we here? Is they connected or something? Why nobody telling us nothing? It's Operation Iraqi Freedom. What? I thought we was going to get revenge for somebody running the planes into the building. What's going on here? Too much to be explained. But let's start with the plane. Start from 1. Because some ain't adding up.